Okay, let's keep going with 3, 2. Here we're going to do some operations with polynomials. So I don't think in the first video I even talked about what a polynomial is. A polynomial is an algebraic term that just means many items or many terms. Poly, right, means many. Like polygon is a many-sided shape. And nomials is just like a thing, like one thing. So here, I got term, I guess, 6x minus 5, okay? This is what's called a binomial because there are two terms inside of this. The first term is 6x, the second term is 5. Okay. Here I have two terms, it's another binomial. 2x and 1 are the terms. Here, in this, I have a trinomial, 3 terms, 6, 2a squared. Really a term is something that like stands on itself that you can't combine something else with. So like 2a and 2a squared, I can't combine those because a and a squared are two different things. It's like when we talked about before, we had different variables like a and b. Well, I can't combine those because I don't know what they are. I can't combine a thing with a thing squared versus a thing cubed. All right, so we are going to find the product, which means we're going to do a lot of multiplying here of these. If I have a thing on the outside, we know we need to distribute that in. So 2x is going to get multiplied to this. Real with real. 2 times 3 is 6. And x times x squared, well, if I have two x's and I'm multiplying another one, it's going to make 3. So x to the 3. Now I'm going to have 2x times negative 5, well, real with real. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. And that x is just coming along for the ride. I can't simplify it any more than that because I can't combine an x cubed with an x, so we're done. Over here, I'm going to do the same thing. 7a is going to go to all 3 of those terms. 7a times 6 is going to be 42 with an a coming along. 7 times negative 2 is negative 14, but this a with that a, it's 2 a's, a squared. 7 times negative 1 is negative 7, and 1a with 2 more a's gives me a cubed. And for me, that is a fine answer. Okay. Now we're going to talk about something a little bit more complicated. Number 4. I'm multiplying a binomial with a trinomial. Okay, so stuff is going to happen here. First, this x will need to be given to all of these terms first. X times 2x squared, 2x cubed, minus 3x with this is x squared because 1x and another x make 2. And then x times 1, anything times 1 is just itself. So what we really did here was we gave an x to everything. Everything just got 1 more x. Okay. And now I'm going to give this plus 1. It is going to need to be multiplied by everything. So I have 1 times 2x squared, so plus 2x squareds minus 3x's plus 1. Okay. Now we're going to combine our like terms. I see 2x cubed. I don't see any other x cubes. So 2x cubed is all alone. Negative 3x squared plus 2x squared, no other x squareds. Okay, so negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1 x squared. X plus x minus 3x. There's an invisible 1 here. So 1 take away 3, it's negative 2. So I have 3x is gone, 2x is 1x. I should have a constant. 1. There is only one constant. Okay, so that's one way we can do that. That's not really my preferred way. I'll show you my preferred way. But if that way works, of course, keep it. I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna show you this instead. I still have to start the same. Okay, everything's gonna get an x. So we're gonna go x cubed minus 3x squared plus 4x. Okay. But when I go to give the -1 to everything, I'm gonna line it up different. Instead of putting it in one giant line, I'm gonna line stuff up underneath. I'll show you what I mean. -1 times x squared. Okay, so it's gonna be just -x squared, because -1 just changes the sign of stuff. I'm gonna put it under the x squared column that I already kind of have going. -1x squared. -1 times -3x is positive 3x. So I'm gonna put that under the x column that I have going. And then -1 times positive 4 is -4. Now when I go to combine my like terms, I have like nice neat rows and I can keep everything. I'm gonna see that the x cubed is the only type of x cubed, so it drops down. And for me, this is just a cleaner way to do a problem like this. But you get the same answer whether or not you choose to write it out in one string or like make nice neat rows. Doesn't matter to me, as long as you get the right thing. Let's go over here and do the final two problems. I'm going to give 2n squared to each of these terms. So 2 times 1, because there's a coefficient of 1 there, is 2. N squared times n squared, it's n to the 4, because I have 2 and 2, make 4. 2 times 5 is 10, and n squared with another n is cubed. 2 times -1 is -2, and there are no n's over there, so I just bring the ones I started with. Now, I'm going to give the -3 to everything, and I prefer the column, so I'm going to keep it like that. -3n squared. Needs to start in its column. -3n squared. Okay, want to make sure it's lined up right. -3 times that is -15 with an n. And I don't have a column for the normal n, so I have to like keep going. -3 times that plus 3. And since I don't have a constant column, yeah, I've kind of gone far off to the right. So maybe this is a time where the straight line might make more sense. I don't know. I just say pick something and stick with it. I pick the columns typically. I'm going to see that 2n is going to, 2n to the 4th is going to drop down. 10 n cubed is going to drop down. I can finally combine this. And then these guys at the end are all by themselves. So yeah, the problem has a crazy looking answer, but really, was that super hard? Like, you multiply stuff, you combine like terms, yeah, you get an impressive looking answer. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms in it, but you guys are in algebra 2, you can handle this. This ain't no big deal. Number 3 is easy by comparison. We're just gonna FOIL this, first, outer, inner, last. I'm gonna give this x squared to everything first, x squared times x squared, x to the 4, minus 5, x squared. Okay, negative 2x squared, and then positive 10. Okay, all right. Now I know I just said I do columns, but that's usually when I do a binomial with a trinomial. When I FOIL, you guys will always see me do it like this in a straight line, because if you FOIL correctly, you will have stuff in the middle that you can combine. So our final answer here, x to the 4 minus 7x squared plus